in terms of when you were talking about the play before you did it, when you were last with us in great form, one of the things you said was you were going to cut out any profanity, which you've done. And one of the other things you said was it should have the right attitude to women and so on. And you just said just now that maybe women should do the dancing and so on. What do you think, I mean, what do you tell your wife? What do you believe is the right role for a woman, in fact?
I think the woman is, her role to me would be to, you know, take care of her husband. I mean, women are not warriors, you know. Women send the men off to war and waiting for them when they come in from work, you know, have dinner ready. And, I mean, food's got to be ready. I'm sure all of them husbands like to come home from work to a full-course meal, home-cooked food, you understand? And that's her job. Have the food ready, bring the children into the world, take care of them, change all the diapers. And that's their job. And to answer the phone and just be a woman, be a mother, you know.
Do you all agree with that, ladies? Do you agree with that?
Not the many of the younger ones that say no. They like to go out and party, have parties, and sit on the bars and be out with everybody, and they don't want to be settled yet. But a real woman should be in the house, not on the streets, you know, for everybody to look at and feel on and pat on and whistle at. And then a woman can pull a man down or make him, you know. If a man's got a strong woman, he's strong, you know. Like how would the president or any great world figure's wife look just commonly out every day, standing on the corner in a bar where anybody can walk in and see her drinking a beer or something, you know. Especially when a man is known in type world prestige, you never hardly see their women, mainly in African and Asian countries. Even when the men and women are having meetings, all the ladies go in one room and talk and the men go in another room. Because men who know nature, especially those with beautiful wives, don't even want them in eyesight of other men because they are men and they know how they look, so they don't want nobody else looking at theirs. So they put them in the back room.
So you really believe the old slogan about a woman's place is in the home?
Yeah. A woman is the man's field which produces his nation. If he don't protect his field, he'll produce a bad nation. A nation is no greater than its females. And this is one problem black people have in America that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is straightening them out on, our religious leader, is to teach them to respect and protect their women. And if they can, keep them off other men's jobs, keep them at home. Because many of our women have to go through a lot of things just to keep their jobs. I know this. I know what I'm talking about. I know millions of people. I travel from coast to coast every day. I talk to them and they tell me what all they go to, the secretaries and the models, what all they have to go through just to earn a living. And if they had real men, they wouldn't have to do this.
What do the secretaries, you mean, have to go through?
I'd rather not go into that. As I told you the last time, I don't want to say it again. But I told you on your show, you're not as dumb as you look.
He's very good. He's very good. You've got a round of applause.
That's getting old now. You know, I didn't want to say it, but you forced me to.
It still works, though.
Yeah.
But no, but I mean, there is a movement now. I mean, there's this. We had them here in the studio one night early on in this series. We didn't have them in here for very long because they all walked out. But the women's liberation movement, who really are sort of pressing for equality for women and so on. You don't agree with that, really?
Equal with the man?
Yeah.
Well, it's against nature. A woman, you know, automatically looks up to man. If I would say right now, if this theater caught on fire and we saw no outlets, it would be nature for them to look to us to find a way out before we look to them to get us out. And I mean, like, you never look, I mean, it don't look right to see a woman walking down the street this tall and a husband that tall. Women by nature look up to men in every way.
Well, we'll organize that experiment with a fire during this break, and we'll be right back with Muhammad Ali. Let's welcome to join us someone who can, well, has got more years' experience of the stage behind us, maybe a few valuable lessons for Muhammad Ali as well. Let's welcome a immortal lady. Will you welcome, please, Miss Molly Picard. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you here.
think the only reason I'm here today is because I can look up at Cassius.
Yes.
I certainly am religiously in the wrong pew.
No, he said kosher food. He was just talking about it.
Yes.
Tell me, you heard what Mohammed was just saying about women looking up to men and so on, and women's place in the home and so on. Do you agree with him?
Absolutely not. I've been earning my own living as a woman and a child, a little girl, since I was 5 years old. And what would I have done? What would my family have done without me? And what would all the families in the world do without the women who can help their husbands earn a living? Not all men are as fortunate as you,
Right.
Mohammed.
Well, what I like to say, this is, I'm sure that any man who is in his right mind would know that he's got a woman that he's got, nobody else.
Yeah.
See? So this is, I'm talking on this standpoint. Everybody's got various opinions, but we do live in a society where many of the women have to get out and work to help the husband, you know, because just one job ain't enough, and it takes so much to live. You know? But by right, by nature, a woman should just be a woman, you know.
But even by nature, in old times, didn't the women work in the fields with their men?
Slavery, yeah.
Not in slavery, no. In biblical times, they worked in the fields.
Well, I don't know too much about that old history, but I'm speaking mainly for myself.
Well, you go learn your history.
Right.
And then you talk about it. Okay.
Tell me, Molly, here is Mohammed, who's made a very successful debut on the stage.
I'd like to say something about him. He's real sneaky. I've been on the show a couple of times, and every time he's always had a guest that I didn't know was coming on, and he always had a little debate going. He likes to start trouble. He's a troublemaker. I want you to know that. I didn't know she was coming on. So
Well, the only...
I didn't know I was going to debate with a nice lady. So.
Yeah, but if you'd known she was coming on, you wouldn't have said, don't let her come on, would you?
No, not that, but I'm know you know, you sneaky. You're one of the smartest interviewers in America, and one of the slickest. I want you to know that I know it, so I'm always on guard when they say David Frost called. I say, yeah. Wonder what's up his sleeve today.